Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm back. My name is Ariel Sampson, and if you haven't noticed, I changed the name of my YouTube channel to Ariel Sampson instead of Ari Herbal because I tend to bounce around from what I want to do and then what I actually do, so I end up being all over the place. And so I changed it to Ariel Sampson because it's all me. So anyway. So I hope that you like all the new things that are coming to my channel this year. So today I wanted to talk about plant spirits. I'm all over the place right now. It must have been all the coffee. So I'm going to talk about plant spirits because I have a lot of people asking me what, number one, are plant spirits and how do I talk to plant spirits? So plant spirits, obviously, or maybe not so obvious for some people, are the spirits that are attached to certain plants. Each plant has a spirit, it's alive, and you can connect with plants. And when someone usually says talking to them, some people actually do hear the plants. I feel the plants, so for me, because I'm clairsentient, I tend to feel everything. So if I'm communicating with someone or something, it's usually through feelings and not necessarily through words. So like, you know, plants. So what are plant spirits? Obviously, they are the spirits attached to each plant that that you're communicating with. Oh, my baby, he's growing a new leaf. I'm so happy. Anyway, so something that a lot of people know is that when you talk to your plants, it helps them grow better. And when you grow a plant, you can feel like a connection to that plant from the growth. That raising up a plant from a seed to, something big. Like this plant wasn't a seed, but it was about this big and only had 2 leaves on it when I first got it. And it's just beautiful to see it have all these new little like sproutings. When it grows new leaves, I get so excited because I know that it's happy, and this is my newest plant. I like this one too a lot, and I take really good care of it. There's another plant that just complains all the time and just doesn't like anything I do, so just trying to keep it alive. But sometimes it's like that. So anyway, how do we commune with plants? So this is 5 ways to commune with plant spirits. And so sometimes, a lot of the time, when we talk about communing with plant spirits, it could be in a multitude of ways, and some of these ways kind of like cross into each other in some ways, because they're still kind of the same thing. But let's just get started on it, right? Okay, so the first way to commune with plant spirits is by growing them. Growing plants from a seed to an actual plant, nurturing it, giving it water, giving it food, making sure that it's taken care of. And if you are someone who doesn't have a lot of light in their house and they aren't able to keep plants alive in their house, one thing that people don't really think about is that you could totally go find a spot outside and plant a plant outside. Just take a seed and put it somewhere outside. You can even bring your own soil if you want to, and plant that seed outside and visit it every single day, watering it, taking care of it, making sure it's safe. And if something happens to it, just keep taking care of that plant as much as you can, because plants outside are going to grow and there's going to be some factors that affect it outside, but just try your hardest to communicate and connect and talk to that plant, give it encouragement and things like that, and get to know that plant spirit, that spirit that's behind that type of plant. If you're lucky, it'll visit you in your dreams. The next way I want to talk about communing with plants is just walking around in nature. See, this is one of those times when it kind of like overlaps, because obviously growing a plant outside, if you are going to do that, you are going to be out in nature and you're going to commune with all the plants around that plant in nature. If you live in a city, there are still plants all over the place. I live in the city and there are plants all over the place. A lot of times you think of the city, you think it's all concrete and there's no plants, but there are plants. It's not, a forest, but the plants are there, So when you go outside and you know, look at the trees that you see in your neighborhood and get to know what kind of trees are in your neighborhood. Look at the plants, maybe just sit under a tree or just sit next to a flower that you found. Really get to know that flower. Pay attention to how it flows and the little movements that it does. Really just paying attention to the plant. Eventually you'll start to understand what it's telling you sometimes. Like if you have clairsentient, then obviously you can feel the plant, but sometimes people can't feel the plant, so you have to figure out which way you communicate with plants. You know, it may just be, okay, I noticed that this plant started wilting, you know, after I asked the question yesterday. That means it does not want me to come back and pick it. You know, or sometimes you'll find that random plants, like animals, will come and drop off random plants at your doorstep. Sometimes that happens too, and those are usually offerings from the plant world to you, from nature to you. So I find that there's a lot of tree branches that like that end up really far away from a tree and end up on my porch, and I just think it's hilarious because I don't actually have any trees next to my porch, but that's one way that plants commune with us, in that way. Another way is to meditate by a plant or by drinking a tea and meditating with the plant inside you. That can help you commune with the plant spirits. Just as you drink the tea, you feel yourself and that medicine going into you, and just understand what that medicine means and how it feels to take in that medicine.
I didn't understand that.
How it feels to take in that medicine. You know, sometimes that's just like the best part is just connecting when you're drinking that tea, when you grab the tea leaves and you put it in your cup and you experience all that is that. You know, like all of my herbs, even if it wasn't labeled, I'd know what they were because of, you know, how they felt when I touched them, or when I was learning about herbs, how they felt when I touched them and what they look like and what the right color is supposed to be. Like I had a little bag of yellow dot that I had the other day, and I know what it's supposed to look like, and it was darker than normal, and I was like, this has gone bad, it has not been used and it's not good, so I had to get rid of it. And the best way to get rid of a herb is to just bury it. It's plant material, just put it in the dirt. Nourish the earth. So anyway, and then obviously other ways, because like I said, they all kind of like, you know, combine. They're all kind of similar. You can smoke an herb, or you can also take a bath in an herb. And in that same way, you have to contemplate how it feels, the medicine that that plant presents, and, you know, just being grateful that that plant is giving you that medicine. You know, like really just understanding that plants are living beings, and that they are giving their essence and their healing abilities and all their adaptations to you when you use them, when you take them as a tea or rub them on your body, or when you smoke them, or like, you know, inhale them like as a incense, or and even as an incense. Most people don't really think about that, but you can use incense in that way to communicate with the plant spirits, because their spirit, their essence has gone into that thing for your healing, and they are really like our protectors. They're like this like big sister, I guess, or maybe a mother. They're there to protect you and love you, and they keep creating all these like new adaptations that we can apply to our bodies. And like, it's kind of beautiful that they not only give us oxygen, but they give us medicine. You know, it's a really beautiful thing that they take care of us the way they do. You know, and if we can't appreciate those things and see them for who they are and thank them and give them, you know, just the most happiest, most thankful think I think that we need to give them I just feel so grateful to the plants for all their healing, and like there's just, when they visit me and when they tell me how to heal other people, I just feel so grateful. And that's the words I'm trying to say. You know, and that gratitude around the plants, and that sacred knowing, all of that stuff is just, it goes with, oh my gosh, I've lost my words. Okay, so anyway, it's just a really beautiful thing that plants are here to protect us and give us love and make sure that we are nourished, and they just love us so much, so we should love them back. And that's how you connect with plant spirits. Anyway, I hope this video was helpful. I hope that you understood what I was saying. Please like and subscribe if you like this video. Let me know in the comments how you felt, how you commune with nature and plant spirits, especially if I didn't name anything on here, or tell me your experience with all the plant spirits that you've talked to. Thank you guys so much for being here and taking the time to watch my channel. I am absolutely the most grateful for all of the support that I get from you guys. And last but not least, I have a Patreon now where I'm going to be showing you how I make certain herbal remedies. I'm going to be painting on there, showing you how I add sacredness into my life, and how I take care of myself. It's just going to be a whole like Patreon dedicated to how to naturally naturally doing everything the way I naturally do it. And I hope that I can see you guys there, because I would love to continue doing these YouTube videos. But if you don't know already, I work. I do have a job that is not related to herbalism or anything like that. And I have to work in order to live, and it's kind of hard to do all these videos and things like that when I'm constantly like splitting my attention. And so I'm hoping that I can do this all the time, full time, and not have to like add people to death or like, you know, I hate constantly asking for money. I want to do this for a living. I want to be able to help people as much as I can. And it's hard to help people when you have to split your attention all the time. It can be very stressful. So anyway, thank you guys so much for your support. Even just liking and subscribing to this channel is like the most helpful. Thank you so much for all of that. Thank you. And I hope that you guys have an amazing day. Bye.